Hey, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. This is an extra little series to talk you through some minor tuned harmonicas. I've got myself a full set of Oskar natural minor harmonicas, and I'm going to talk a little bit to you about them and demo some of the sounds that you can get out of them. So I'm going to take one here and talk you through the note layout and what's different from a normal major tuned, Richter tuned harmonica. Disclaimer, by the way, I'm not the best in the world at playing these. I've just been getting used to the tuning, playing around, working out some tunes on it. I was inspired by meeting Oskar himself. I interviewed him. I'll put a link to that interview if I remember. And he plays them much better than me, so check out the interview because he demos them really, really well. But I kind of realised there aren't really lessons out there teaching about these things, so I thought I'd do just a simple series of stuff to complement my normal lessons, just because I've had some people asking about it and it's not, as far as I know, it's not out there apart from on Oskar's website himself where he demos some of the stuff. So let's get started by trying to understand what's different on a minor tuned harmonica compared with a normal major tuned harmonica. So I've got here a C/D minor harmonica, and I say C/D because they are labelled in second position. If you look at the other end of the harmonica, they do say first position, but on the box, I'll show you here, so the one at the bottom there, that's the one I'm holding, and it just says G minor on the top there, just in the corner, G minor. So it doesn't actually say on the box C. And there's kind of a good reason that they're labelled in second position. And that's because they're actually intended to be played that way, okay? So that is, give or take, I'm going to talk about those bends in a minute and how bad they were. My fault, not the harmonica. But I'm playing in G minor in that example there. So if we were going to play in first position, we'd be playing in C minor. But they're tuned in such a way that the blow, so if you're thinking in first position, C minor, you actually don't get the natural minor scale, you get a Dorian scale. Whereas on the draw, you're better equipped for a natural minor scale. And then the chords kind of work really nicely in second position as well. So with that in mind, let's have a look at actually what notes we're getting on a minor harmonica. So let's have a little look at the layout, and what you get with a natural minor scale to begin with is 3 of the notes in that scale are flattened, okay? So you get a flat third, a flat sixth, and a flat 7th in the scale. So if you imagine a major scale, so if we took the C major scale, then you just have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again. The third, the 6th, and the 7th notes of that scale would be flattened. So how that translates to the harmonica itself is that if we're imagining we're playing in second position on this, so we're thinking G minor on this harmonica, we're going to have the 3 draw flattened, so we're going to get a B flat where normally we'd get a B. So that's going to give us that minor third. So immediately 2 draw to 3 draw. So usually in second position you'd have to flatten that 3 draw to make it a minor tuned note. But we've just got it without bending it, which is lovely. And then the 6th degree of our scale would be the 5 blow. Normally that'd be an E note. So we've got that flattened as well. So we've got an E flat. And then the 5 draw would be our 7th degree of the scale, but that's already flattened. So second position works well on a normal major harmonica, because for bluesy stuff you like to have the flattened 7th, and we've already got that on the 5 draw. We've got the F note, so we've got our flattened 7th there, which means you only have to change 2 notes in the scale to give yourself the natural minor scale in second position. So, a couple of things to clarify. That doesn't mean there's only 2 notes across the full length of the harmonica that are changed. There's actually 5 notes. So if you go on the Oskar website and check their natural minor stuff, it says 5 altered notes, and that's correct. The only sort of thing to bear in mind is it's only 2 notes of the scale that have changed. It's just, if you look at the map of the harmonica, there's a couple more E flats, so 2 blow and 8 blow, and then there's on the 7 draw, that's a B flat, so that's like the 3 draw up an octave. So it's just kind of making sure it's consistent across the octaves. Okay, so something to bear in mind with second position is that it's still going to need one little bend to give you the full scale. So the second degree of the scale, you're going to have to bend the 3 draw a semitone. So you're going to have to just put that in to get a full natural minor scale. But it's only a semitone, a half step bend. It's pretty easy to do. If you're used to bending any other harmonica, you'll kind of go, oh, that's nothing. And to be able to get minor, natural minor scales and melodies built out of that scale with just one little bend is really, really cool. Not even to mention the kind of chordal possibilities that you just wouldn't have on a major harmonica. So it definitely makes that a lot easier. I have worked out, and I'm going to do some videos, some simple kind of play along videos, a few melodies. Some of them are going to be actually in first position, so C minor on this harmonica. The problem with playing first position, I mentioned that they're intended to play in second position. In first position, you actually end up with more of a Dorian mode. So that means that you don't have the flattened sixth. So that kind of makes it a little bit sort of, oh, that's strange. But you can bend a note to get that. So if you were gonna play it in first position, if we go back to the map of the harmonica, we've got C, D, E flat, F, G. So far so good. Because we've got the flattened third on the 5 blow there. But the 6th draw, the A, we would want an A flat note to play in C minor, or the natural minor scale. So you can just flatten that 6th draw. You can bend it to get the flattened 6th. And then the 7 draw is correct. We've got the B flat, and then the 7 blow, we're just back to the C. But if you don't flatten it, you've got Dorian mode, which is kind of feels minor, but that note it doesn't feel quite in place almost when we're trying to get the natural minor scale. So you hear at the top there, it sort of doesn't feel completely. But if you flatten that 6th draw, then you have got the natural minor in first position. Chordal possibilities change, and maybe it won't be as expressive as the second position version of it. So they are intended to be played in that second position kind of way. So just something to bear in mind, because when I kind of got them out of the box, I was thinking, why are they labelled second like this? And then it dawned on me that actually the first position, even though that's how I'm thinking, I kind of tend to think naturally the harmonica is going to tell you, the scale you've got in first position. First position on these natural minor harmonicas isn't the complete natural minor scale. They're more intended for that kind of second position way. Okay, so that's kind of the note layout of a natural minor harmonica compared with a major harmonica. I'm going to do some more videos, so I think next I'm going to talk through some more stuff to do with playing in second position and maybe some kind of minor blues sort of ideas for you. So I hope, although I'm not by any means an expert on these specific harmonicas, I hope it's helped you understand a little bit more of what you're getting when you get a natural minor harmonica, and I hope to see you for my next video soon. Cheers.